Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where the fun just never stops. And today we'll be playing as France, another disaster save sent in. And just looking at the map, things are looking particularly French. Let's see just what happened here on disastersavior.com. So the person who sent this in writes, the Germans have broken through the north, the Italians are sneaking up in the south. I have tanks, but they're struggling under heavy CAS. Didn't help that I sent a lot of equipment to Finland. So, okay. We've got 5 DLC active, so I'm only running these DLC. Nothing else is active, so we are on equal playing ground, equal footing. Let's see what's going on, shall we?
I'm not really a giant fly. I'm a horrible robot! Kill all humans!
Dear God! He's having a heart attack!
Yeah, they'll probably find a cure for that in the future.
Now, if you yourself want to play around with some of these French divisions or German divisions, feel free to check out supplydrop.be, where I have some tabletop versions of these lovely units available. Bolt Action, Conflict 47, whatever takes your fancy. Take a peek. Shall we get on with business now? Enough shilling. So, in the south, as he said, Italians breaking through. Okay, well, this can be remedied. In the north, that's a bigger problem. So you've lost the Amiens line. So this river is really good to hold, but you've lost that along with the forests. That is bad. Still holding on to the Maginot. One thing I'll have to say, your Maginot line is overstacked. At most, you want like 2 divisions per tile on this, and everything else concentrated on the much more difficult to defend territory in the west and northwest. Let's see if we can get out of Corsica, as well as North Africa. I don't think you need 12 for this. You can probably make do with 6 at this. Oh no. Did you build a port there? Why does everyone insist on building a port here? You don't need a port here, it just makes it more difficult to defend the area. Alright, we'll leave 12 there. Fine. Alright, we still have... Oh, that's a big navy. Oh, those are subs. Yeah, subs kind of suck. Alright, we've got enough navy to shield ourselves from the Italians. We still have enough troops to make it work in the north. Now, what are we looking at? On the bright side, we are no longer at risk of capitulating instantly. So you've done most, if not all, of the good focuses. We are at least in fighting shape. So let's take a peek here. Okay, you've gone air dominance, which is a very strange choice to make if you're not going for air. But it is what it is. We're locked in here now. Anyway, we got army reform, so that's good. No more victors of the Great War. You've got encourage immigration, so we do have some manpower. And you've strengthened the government, and you got this defensive stratagem. So the worst parts of being France, other than, you know, that you're French, is resolved. Let's take a look at your divisions. So you got some stuff queued up. Division d'infanterie. This is good. I love this. I don't like the combat width on these, so this tells me you've gone... We'll look at doctrines later, but... As the general design, this is fine for a frontline unit. And then you've gone... What the hell have you done here? My man, how much XP did you waste on this? Like, not to be rude, but France is one of those countries that has a bit of a harder time getting experience due to the way the country's set up. Army XP is precious for the French. This is an enormous, and I do mean hideously enormous expense of army experience with no tangible benefits. This serves you in no way, shape, or form. But you could use this as a garrison template. Yeah. Or you could use this. I'm not yelling. This is just as good to set as your garrison template. All right. And then finally, you've got tanks here. I see you're scamming me. These are actually not tanks. These are fake tanks. So you've gone light self-propelled with infantry support, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but I would have gone medium self-propelled. They've got more legs to them. We are already nearing the tipping point where light is useful, but this works. This functions. All right, so this is probably like your shock unit, your offensive unit, and this is your defensive unit. All right, makes sense. We can work with that. I would prioritize reinforcements and garrisons, though. Focuses, you're investing in Algeria and France. I don't know. Yeah, most of the good focuses are done. The French focus tree is not that amazing. I guess we can head towards the military factories and the research slots. Because you've got 3, which is not a lot for a major. All right, as for research, you're going ahead of time for concentrated and tools. Okay, that's decent, considering, you know, we're going to need the industry to pump our way out of this one. I would not go for advanced radio. that is too little benefit for the investment. I would instead look at air. You've got literally no investment in air, and you've taken all the focuses. Curious. I would invest in the infantry, guys. Yeah, would invest in the infantry. All right, so we'll need that. We'll need that. We'll need these. I will of course need everything as you do. I'll do conversions. So we'll make some changes to the templates once we get experience, because this will have to go. We don't have the stockpile to run these, and this I'll try to build up to it. Yeah, I would have gone Grand Battle Plan, but switching now would cost us too much. You've gone Grand Assault for operations. Love that. For infantry, large unit tactics is a bit iffy. Like, it is on paper, but it's very manpower and equipment intensive because you need to equip those large divisions. France is uniquely poorly positioned to do that because of its starting position. It has a weak military industry at the start, which takes time to build up, as well as a very weak manpower pool, even if you get rid of all the negatives. Now, it can work, and we will make it work, but I recommend for a simpler way to play assault infantry, because this is just flat out always good no matter what. Then for artillery and combat support, I love field engineering because it simply always works. And then for armor is quite obvious. If you are running no armor units, get Armored Spirit, at least gives you breakthrough. Let's just run streamlined deployment for that extra 10% soft attack and breakthrough on our armor variants, at least. We're getting experience for this. I could go for total mobilization, but I do not wish to lose more manpower. We lose 3% recruitable population until I can click women in the workforce, which is going to require more political power, which I currently do not have. I don't want to wait for that. We can do that later. Right now, I'm just going to go to war economy, immediately get the bonus from that. Let's get war bonds. Construction. We'll build in Poitou, Centre-Sud, Limousin after. Constantine will not build in, and forts, no. No. It's too late for forts now. Normandy can go all the way down. I expect to lose the state, so I'm not going to build in it. Front lines, do most of this off camera, but step one, fall back here to this river behind near Lyon. Just get all these guys to fall back in good order, which is going to take a little bit of work, but it should be okay. Then over here, we're also going to delete all the front lines. I'm simply going to take 2 divisions per tile. There are a total of 14 divisions whose sole job will be to sit on the Maginot Line. Then we're going to take the remaining divisions and draw a line. We're going to abandon Dieppe and Le Havre. Those are out of position. We can't hold them. We're going to draw a line here just until we touch Metz. And we're going to do our best to hold on to these positions. Then there are these 15 fake armor divisions. We'll do our best to use them. I intend to use them as a hammer to knock the Germans back to river lines where we can more capably defend. And then when we see opportunities, we're going to use them to start cutting. Hopefully the British will commit some troops to our defense. But for those of you who don't know, Britain is hard-coded not to help the French. They will not send troops to your aid until, I think, 1942, 1943 even. Secondly, Germany will not do Operation Barbarossa while they're still fighting a European major on the mainland. Now, this is very much a case of I have all the tools I need. It's just a matter of leveraging them. I'm going to quickly redistribute troops so that everything is under our best generals. We have divisions queued up. Don't know if and when I want to deploy them, but we keep them in the back pocket. And we're going to queue up some additional infantry because you always need additional infantry. I'll make enough of these light self-propelled to replenish our casualties, but I'm not thinking we're going to run these indefinitely. Enough yapping. Let's unpause, I suppose. Then the fleets. These are all submarines. Submarines in the current patch are still disgustingly busted in that they simply do not work. But we can set them to convoy raid in this area. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see what we can make happen here. I need a lot of repositioning. It'd be cool if I can get into Corsica, though somehow I doubt it. And just to check and confirm, we do in fact not have any air. Oh well. Tis what tis. Get a couple of encirclements in early, that would be amazing. Just to force the Germans to lose. There we go. There we go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. You pin these guys. And then we take out this guy. Huh? Huh? No? No. Oh, well, at least we're in a more comfortable spot that way. Get to that river. Yes. Okay, so now we try to hold these current positions as best we can to slow the Germans down, let them wear themselves out while we fight tooth and nail to reinforce this section. This is the critical section. Oh, speaking of Italy. Wow. Britain might have a fight on its hands. Okay. It would suck, huh? To lose Paris like this, huh? No, 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 no. Yeah, I'm just gonna last stand these guys just to make sure that we hold the position. I appear to be out of generals. Ah. That does suck. You hold on to these 2 divisions. These 4 divisions can be unassigned. They can stand on Corsica without any leadership whatsoever, because it doesn't matter. Last stand. There we go. Realistically, though, Paris is going to be a pain in the ass to hold, simply because of how exposed it is. It is urban, so it's slightly more defensible, but it can be attacked from 3 sides. There is no river to shield it. We just need to hold, and we can bleed the Germans white, given enough time. And we're already attriting now in the Italian Navy, which is wonderful. Without the Italian Navy, all of this is going to collapse as well. Well, certainly not great. Ended up losing Paris. Like I said, it's a really hard to defend once it gets a little bit isolated, because it is that open to attack. We're in a bit of a, let's call it a spot of trouble. I have a massive problem with these tanks, air quotes. Their orders are broken. I don't know why. I do know why. They were set to immobile. I had assigned front lines for these bastards, and they weren't moving. And as a result, my entire offensive with them had completely stalled. Down south, the Italians are, through some sort of sorcery, competent? That's not the right word here. Having a very hard time containing them. So I've got 3 armored units assigned down here. They will counterattack, push this back. This is probably fine. I can contain this. This is more of an issue. So what I wanted to do was let them in, and then armor thrust towards the coast, cut off that section of the German line, cheer, and move on. Unfortunately for us, long story short, this is spiraling out of control. Germans are now also invading Norway, so everything's going somewhat tits up, because I hadn't noticed that my armor wasn't actually armoring at all. I need that armor-ish unit to break through here, head for that coastline. Also, if you're wondering about the air situation, yeah, we're getting cast into oblivion. Just look at the gas numbers. Oh, I hate this so much. Why do people not build an air force? You're a major. Act like one. The industry is also gone. Just completely fucking gone since we lost Paris and a couple more tiles, so trying to build out more in the south of the country, that makes no sense. Alright, stockpiles are diminishing quickly. Alright, with a little luck, it does feel like the Germans have somewhat overextended themselves. If I can punch through here, we might be in the money. Down here, what's this looking like? Alright, we'll retake Montpellier and assault those positions as well. Alright, go, 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 go. Full forward, all ahead full, everything into this now. And by everything, apparently I mean nothing. No, they're immediately, Jesus Christ, the cast that much. Oh, God. Rest of the line is holding. It's just that these guys, they have no organization. Suddenly there's 9 German divisions on that tile. Yeah, I'm not feeling it, Chief. I'm not feeling it. Jesus Christ, I am ready to cry. Oh, your army is so bad. Bittersteel's whining again. I just don't get it. What do people get out of this? If you want to win a game, you need a plan. To have a good plan, you need to base it on accurate information. This whole thing here seems to be based on the fact that these glorious tanks will conquer all. That's very clear. You've gone all in on these instead of more infantry. Problem now is these are not good at all. They're not fast enough to exploit their very high attack values. They're not tough enough to shrug off the enemy's attacks, meaning they're too soft, they are getting pierced, they are not getting through quickly enough, and they don't have enough organization to really sustain themselves in both the attacking fight and the resulting counterattack. Meaning these divisions don't do anything for you. Let's dump out another 12 divisions then. Man the line. And hurry the fuck up, boys. At least we're holding the Italians. I could probably counterattack the Italians, if I'm honest. I could probably use like these tanks to punch through. You know what? Let's go and around to Marseille. I can do this. It's just that the divisions you've left me can't do this. What are these light self-propelled guns anyway? Oh my god, could you at least put a good gun on them? Light fixed superstructure and give them a medium howitzer. Now they actually have soft attack. Plus they're cheaper. I didn't even check your designs. It's a diesel fucking engine. Okay, for some reason the UK Navy isn't even in the channel. The Germans control the channel. Wow, lovely. And now we're getting pinned and they get fresh divisions in and no. Fresh divisions in. Yay! Okay, so one more tile and we actually have encirclement. We're so close. We're so close, yet also so far there's no supply here. This does give me some self-propelled stuff, but it's only down there, so that's never gonna arrive in time. I'm gonna go with field engineering. Yeah, at least that one is like always good. If your divisions had like an inch of speed, we would have arrived here in time. People will say Bittersteel is a sore loser, and they'd be right. They'd be so right. I want to win, damn it. Now this does feel good though. At least that's 2 more divisions gone. So I'm gonna go around asking people for lend-lease. So we'll just create another massive deficit of equipment. And we're going to go around begging for guns, artillery, every piece of equipment we can get off everyone willing to send it to us. Failed to notice just how bad your setup is, dude. Oh, it's such a bad setup. It looks like they have left Sardinia open, so we're going to take that. That should at least hurt the Italians. These guys are also pushing quite easily. The Italians have decided not to defend themselves in North Africa. That's good. Hopefully I can use that pressure to alleviate, relieve the British, who are also getting pummeled. I know how I sound. I know. But I've done so many videos as France. The enemy air annihilates you. It absolutely guts you like a pig. And then not even bothering to figure out what thing in sky is, what airplane is. Just, my boy, please just have some semblance of a forethought. Why would you possibly go for this if you're not planning to make a single aircraft? Oh, speaking of screwed, these guys have literally just walked south. Where are the Italians? We continue onwards. If I can make an encirclement here, at least I'll be happy. Please, I can get 10 Germans this way. Jesus Christ, I'm barely getting any lend-lease in as well. Oh, it hasn't even been that long. Like 70 days, I'm already tilted. At least on the bright side, the Italians are so stupid. They're continuously leaving massive, some gaps in their line, and it's just allowing me to encircle division after division. So that's going to be 3 Germans I can take. I took like 4 Italians in Marseille, took a couple of divisions there. At least that's working out for me. Unlike the rest of the... Hold on! My god, these guys did it. They must have struck when the enemy's repositioning. That's 12 divisions. Okay, in which case, immediately attack them. So many red bubbles. I want to try another punch through there. It's like 3 tiles. I just need to go a distance of 3 tiles. While I'm suffering in the north, I'm just going to try and do something stupid in the south. Italians seem preoccupied with being really bad. So I'm just going to try to take 1, 2, 3, these 4 tiles with these 3 tanks. Run up there to try and fully encircle that flank. I am having a good time over here though, where the Italians are being punished for being incompetent. Egypt holds, the Suez holds. I just need Britain to pull itself together and start helping out. You know what? I don't even care if the rest of the line collapses. If I can pull this off, I will die a happy, happy man. This guy will make it. We will create full encirclement there. I'm having the, I'm gonna have the infantry aggressively attack. I'm also turning this into an infantry expert, René Orly, who, as soon as command points and political power become available, I am assigning to my officer corps role as an infantry specialist. Huzzah! Over here, the beatings will continue until morale improves, I guess. Speaking of butchery, the Italians have graciously allowed me to have Benghazi, and then we move on to Tobruk, and I should be able to sweep all of North Africa. I might die, but at least I'm taking Italy with me. Oh, through the beauty of Italian incompetence, we have reached our position. The Germans are holding here. I've got the 2 in Cherbourg, but that's about it. So I'm going to pull all this armor, air quotes, out. We're going to kill Italy. Would the Swiss have factories? They would. Would they lend-lease me? They would. Oh, they really do like me. In which case, we'll take these Swiss weapons as well. I've heard it said that Swiss weapons are not meant to be used in war. Well, today they will be used in war. That's a lot of guns. I'm going to halt that offensive for a bit. Just let them wear themselves out a little bit with attrition and then hit them hard. Meanwhile, speaking of hitting them hard, I've no idea what these boys are up to, but being competent is not part of their game plan, it would appear. So I'm just going right through them. Oh. Almost got me there, but I got reinforcements incoming, so we'll shuffle it around. It'll be fine. Last stand, and then right back into the front line. It is a pain in the ass, but I've been at it for so long now that, you know, it's become part of who I am. The sheer amount of cast, disgusting air numbers. They're starting to break down the Maginot. Because, well, it's fairly lightly held. I'm gonna have to funnel more troops into it. I've already lost Metz. No, I still have control of Alsace-Lorraine, but that is not going to last. I'll put a couple more divisions in there. I'm 1,500 light SPGs short, so I'll have to start consolidating these to get units up to fighting strength. Alright, that reminds me, I need to hire René Orly, my infantry specialist, so now my infantry is a little bit less shit. And the more I look at this, the more I see you've made every single one of your generals, they're all field marshals. Why? It is a waste of command points. You only need 1 field marshal for every 5 generals. We're just getting devastated by German casts. 770,000 casualties. We've inflicted 1.7 on the Germans and then a little bit on the Italians. Speaking of the Italians, okay, so North Africa, Italy's done. But they've somehow pushed into Egypt from the south, and they've taken all of the Levant. Mussolini is weird. Speaking of Mussolini being weird, I am pushing through Italy on this side, so with a little bit of time, I'll cut them off here. We're crushing. We're condensing this pocket slowly because, you know, my infantry is not the best either. I swear to God, the Germans might kill us all. At least I will have the satisfaction of knowing that I am taking the Italians down with me. Are you shitting me? Italy just... Oh, that creates a big problem. Why couldn't I just keep my mouth shut? Now I'm gonna have a Swiss problem as well. Either way, I'm going to overrun the Italians best I can, set up shop in northern Italy, and see if I can defend... Yeah, there go the Swiss. See if I can defend the Swiss with all my might. Not being... Well, there goes Rome. Mussolini, you're such an idiot. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to give up this northern section and like fall back to like here, Dijon to the Swiss border. No, because the Swiss border is no longer secure. Oh, it's giving me a headache. Oh, there goes Norway. The Italians are turbo cooked. I am also turbo cooked. I need to rush troops over to the Swiss part of the line because that's getting pushed now. So I am eating everything here towards mainland France. What if the Soviets would want to lend-lease me? They would. Oh, don't mind if I do. That's 20,000 Soviet guns. They are, yeah, using up all my convoys for the privilege. So be it. Oh, I'm pulling out my hair. My very limited head of hair has been pulled out. It's a race. If I can cap the Italians. I'm also having to last stand this. Because if they break through, that is like 30 divisions they'll be able to liberate. Which, yeah, I'm not allowing. Come on. Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, holy shit. Okay, so that immediately resolves a bunch of my issues here. Let's quickly mop up these Germans before they're able to escape. That is a lot of trapped Germans. What remains of the armor, I've been consolidating just to keep these divisions at something resembling fighting strength. Just I have so much equipment missing. Oh, but this remains dramatic. Truly dramatic. They've continuously been able to push this at great cost, but they've been able to push this because I don't have enough generals to constantly do... Actually, this looks like an opportunity. Alright, that is that a pocket? Oh, no, they're just filtering the troops out, so it's not really a pocket. It's so annoying when that happens, man. Alright, cool. The line is restored there. This is a breach, but I think with the Italians out of the equation, we can shore that up relatively easily. And I'll take these 24 divisions and we'll park them here-ish. The rest of the line's probably going to have a much easier time holding now that this bulge is gone. There's just this that we need to take care of. I think the armor, or such as it is, has finished its job. So I'm going to move it here-ish, with the idea being if I can get these guys into position, I might be able to use them to cut off this southern pocket as well. I think the Navy can go back to patrolling, though I don't think it really needs to. I think there's no naval threat left. The air, though, the air remains a major problem. And Britain's not really doing much to help me out. 400 Allied fighters against 2,000 German ones. That's great. With the extra troops on the line, this does feel a lot more stable, though, you know, the massive bulge, Ubu, needs to be dealt with. So I'm going to try and slowly tighten the noose here using the armor, you know, in the state that it's currently in. If these units were a little faster, we'd already be in there, but come on. Oh, all right, so that central bulge has been dealt with. Oh man, rushing Italy was the right call. I was crumbling under German pressure. Oh yeah, that's like 25, 30, 44, it's like 50 divisions in here. I might have to apologize to the person who sent this in. I might have to apologize. These are not great, but they're holding. They've done a lot of work for me at the cost of many light self-propelled guns. I'm going to make some changes here. I'm going to light superstructure so I can get the howitzers in there. The armor really doesn't matter as much as you think it might, so... these are significantly more expensive. I don't care. I need less stuff on infantry equipment now as well because I'm getting a lot of it through Lend-Lease. Oh, that's the German Africa Corps. Yeah, those guys are all stuck as well. Beautiful. And that pocket is gone while I wasn't looking. How much was that? 261,000 manpower in Sombre, along with another 136,000. So all together, that was 400,000 manpower. Not bad. Let's get going. See if we can get through the German ranks. Oh, they just pulled in Yugoslavia as well. That's idiotic. Supply is going to be a bitch though, but I think we might have an opportunity. You all attack north, pinning attacks. And you head to Amiens. The rest of you head to Calais, Dunkirk. Yes. All right, that encircles this little section of the line. Quickly destroy it. Move up. That should give us control of Paris once again. Just go. Massive push north. Very massive, because there's nobody left on these lines. I'm just gonna go for it. They don't even have enough troops to man my line. Like, they've sent everyone down here. Why? Holy shit, killing the Italians is almost always the key. Get the weakest link out of the way, and you can play the game again. Huzzah! Ooh, there goes Hugo. So they might just quickly reposition some troops now, but it's going to be too little too late, I think. Oh, with the retaking of our core territories, that gives us a lot of additional factories again. God, I love this. And once you get... Yeah, there you go. The Japanese have declared war on me. So be it. Probably should have sent these guys roughly 6 months ago. They're going to be arriving a little late. Massive breakthrough in the north, so lovely jubbly over there, but we've run out of steam a little bit. The Axis have concentrated everything they had left, I think, in in Italy. They forced a breach near Venice. I hadn't caught on in time, and yeah, they've taken quite a bit of land here. I'm going to try to reposition these troops to hold so we don't lose the area, but it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass extracting these forces now. We've taken 1.7 million casualties, and we have inflicted 4.4 on the Germans. I might have accidentally thrown away more lives than I was perhaps willing to or planning to. My bad. Oh, great. This entire force, this entire army of 21 divisions is about to be encircled. I have to delete them before they get, like, actually encircled. I'll lose the entire army. Oh my god, they're already counting as encircled. I'm gonna cry. I can't replace those men. I'm gonna make everything fall back into this tile. For some reason, in that tile, it thinks I can disband them. So, don't mind if I do. Are you shitting me? These guys got encircled too? I hate having to rely on the AI to do anything. I'm out of manpower. 3 divisions survived. Not my best showing. And because the Germans still have a lot of air, they're now counterattacking. For some reason, my army's not able to do anything. I don't quite understand. Like, yeah, I'm just getting absolutely shunted aside as if my army isn't here. Yeah, they're just pushing across the strait here. What the fuck? There's a lot of CAS up here. Let's go a bunch of divisions, just go for another round of begging. I'll beg the Americans, I'll beg the Soviets, anyone. Send me equipment. I'm also gonna make some changes to these tanks. I'm replacing the infantry with motorized and removing one of the self-propelled guns, brings it down to 30 width. There we go. It's going to be a little more versatile. I'm pulling it back to like the center. Then a lot of consolidating as well. So there's divisions. There used to be 24 of them. Now they're, well, isn't. Bring them up there to rearm. If we can get these reorganized, we can push up to the Rhine and we'll see. But I'm losing again. The moment you go capped, everything just pivoted again. They threw all those troops into here, into Italy, and I wasn't looking. It just keeps going wrong. I've just lost another 6 divisions. Because, why? Oh, lost that tile. And the units retreated north instead of south, so these divisions are all gone as well. And I was winning handsomely, and now I'm losing. Let's get the units that pretend to be armor in here, see if we can help stem the tide. It should be a little quicker now that I've changed the equipments around, so it should be slightly faster. German trash divisions are absolutely pummeling my French troops. We need manpower, we need equipment, we need everything. We're just shot to pieces. Great, now Milan's in trouble. They can just keep throwing airplanes around. So there's 1,000 CAS here, there's 1,000 CAS there, there's... And you know what Britain's doing? This. And a little bit of this. And that's it. I hate this fucking cunt so much. This British bulldog is the most useless politician alive. Alright, now, these guys are in the war as well. I'm pulling these guys out, and let's just start by falling back somewhere here. Finally have the political power to go to... Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I'm already on service by requirement. Finally have the political power for, but I no longer have the war support. Enemy bombing, combat casualties have stripped that away, and even if I were to take one of the decisions to make those less bad, by the time I have gathered anew the political power, the war support will just continuously drop. So I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I'll give up 10% stability. That'll give me the war support I need. Go to service by requirement, and then I can hire him again later, or hire literally anyone else. I need an aspirin. Oh, looks like we're waiting to be bailed out. After all, the United States has joined the Allies after Japan has begun its Pacific rampage. I've just kept the army out of Indochina, hanging around in the Dutch East Indies, so I have a launch pad to begin my invasion from Japan with. Once we've dealt with things in Europe, I just want to keep things there under control. With the armor in position, we're holding the Rhine. I've managed to push back to that river, except for this stupid tile here. It's untenable for me. And then the Alps are, well, Alps. The Italian front is also sort of holding. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass in terms of production. The deficits are abating. I actually have an industry now which is you know, it's helpful. And because being French is just pain, draft dodging. Great. At least they're not on strike. Fun fact, this fully encircled overrun German gun named Dora is behind the lines and providing artillery support to all of these Germans. Yes, I can't capture it, can't do anything about it, but it can sit here away from a railway, so how it even got there, Lord only knows, and it can provide combat bonuses to the entire front line. So, great! If you're German, there's no point even trying to push. There's too many Germans. I could naval invade there, like cut them off, but actually I can get my submarines in there to patrol and plan like a naval invasion from here to, I don't know, Venezia and the tile next to it, and then try to run to that impassable terrain bit, and we... let's go for the meme. Yeah, Britain's launching a naval invasion. I'm going to follow suit, launch my naval invasion. This could be the dumbest thing I do all game, because this might cost me the entirety of the remaining armored core, but if this works, it's gonna be incredibly funny. One armor unit assists Trieste, one armor unit assists Venezia. The rest of you, there we go. Alright, we've taken Venice. Alright, the Germans are repositioning. Attack. If we can keep them disrupted long enough, we can still do this. You disrupt there. You move there. Come on. Oh, no! Yes! Yes. All right. Okay, you guys just make sure the Germans don't get out. And now these guys are all trapped. Oh, it just makes the game so much worth it. That's why we play this. That's why we play this game, fellas. Alright, after a whole bunch of back and forth, we've got this German, Axis battle group all tied up in a knot. 78 divisions, of which the majority are German. This is going to be great when it finally does collapse. Meanwhile, in classic fashion, the Axis has broken through the mountains again, annoyingly, but we will make it work. Also producing quite a bit of tanks now, so slowly but surely we are replacing the light self-propelled guns with actual medium tanks, and the division is becoming slightly more capable. I'm gonna chalk this up to our glorious navy. That is the remains of the German surface fleet dealt with. The Paris and the Bretagne have done glorious work. The Chevalier. Ooh, speaking of finishing the job, I managed to get 9 divisions trapped here. Don't mind if I do. I've created like 2, maybe 3 major encirclements. It doesn't really feel like they've done much. Alright, now the armor all the way back here. I'm gonna see if I can take Antwerp. Maybe Ghent. I'm accidentally creating carrier airframes. I am a jackass. I wanted to make a fighter. So top row, all heavy machine guns, then the best engine I can fit. The other stuff is going to be an armor plate and then self-sealing fuel tanks. And I want to, you know, start contesting the air a little bit more effectively. Oh, and there goes that pocket. Well, I wasn't looking. How much was that? Veneto was a smaller pocket of about 100,000 all combined in this little area here. And Alto Adige, that was 356,000 plus whatever we killed before we closed. It probably like half that number again. I like it. So that concludes the design and self-sealing fuel tanks, armor tank, and then extra fuel tanks. France doesn't have a range designer, so I'm using the Moran-Saunier one. Failed to break through because of pinning attacks. Hate to see it. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, because you might just do it the second time. Pinning attacks myself, and maybe we can break through. Maybe. So close. Come on. Yes! Alright, so these guys are all trapped in Ghent. Okay, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're pushing out of the encirclement I created for them, and they've just encircled one of my divisions. I'm having an aneurysm again. How? How are the Germans doing this? I guess they're trying to get out through the ports. Oh, should be able to make sure that doesn't happen. Take Le Havre back, and now they're all isolated. Alright, we'll get them now. Oh, and they've just encircled divisions again! I don't understand how they're doing this so easily. I will not be able to save my encircled divisions. No, I will arrive. Oh, just... just in the nick of time. Save one division. You know what? It was worth it. And they've taken another tile. I am just about ready to take this mouse and throw it at the wall. And the moment I move my tanks away, Germans break through here again and then pour 1 billion divisions in. Where are they finding all these troops? These guys are going to be used for a naval invasion. I'm going to try and land troops around there. Push south, armor push north, try to cut off whatever they have in the Low Countries. Convoy the shit out of the sea zone so they can't get anything out reliably. They got so many divisions concentrated as well. Oh, so many of them. Am I able to go through here? Yes. No. No. No luck allowed. Okay. Up there then. Come on. Take the tile. Just take the tile. All right. That should see all these guys here in the Low Countries section of the line encircled. Immediately attack. Well, in the north, I'm going to try to keep the fight going. See if I can take more land. Didn't think it would be this hard after those couple of break. Oh, reminds me, I need to keep checking on this. Yeah, another breakthrough by the brave Italian. Oh no, it's Germans. I hate it. All right, 5 there and like 50, 20. Yeah, probably like 30 altogether. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I found another weak point, if I can call it that, in the German line. Gonna see if I can punch through near Freiburg. Let it ride. If we're here, all right, that should trap these 6 Germans. We've got Stuttgart. That's a major supply hub. Head to Munich. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They got another encirclement in. Boys, I am not a happy camper. That is another 2 divisions just gone. Every time they just break out, and I don't know how they do it. Get the troops out before they all get encircled again. Oh, great. They've pushed even further into Shittily. How are we trading? Wow! So much for my quality airplanes. Holy shit, are we trading poorly? Well, we are massively outnumbered, so there's probably that. Launch the naval invasion, see what happens. As long as Italy doesn't get any worse, I couldn't care less about the area. This is going to be a giant problem, isn't it? Maybe not entirely. It does look like troops are landing indeed. Let's get the armor in there. Drive. Drive! I got another division encircled. Oh, I hate myself. Why do I keep doing this? Am I just that stupid? Oh, just concentrate the armor and try to head south. See if I can reach my lines and then coordinate with an attack from this side. See if we can link up, get across that damn river. Yeah, I can't get across the river from the other side. That is a problem. We're so close to having like that knockout blow that we need, and they're moving in on our turf. They're gonna overrun us. I need this to happen. 1,700 fighters, 700 fighters, 5,500 fighters, another 1,500 fighters. What the fuck are you doing, you senile, incompetent ass? Oh, the forced attack on Essen's going in. Come on, take Essen, take Essen. Take S. Oh my god, fuck yes. Breathe. Oh yes. Now if I could take Leeuwarden, that would be brilliant. The attacks continue. Oh yeah, now that's a breakthrough. Not so much down there, but this is a breakthrough. That's a good chunk of the German army. That naval invasion could have gone so wrong. It didn't, but could have. Alright, set course. For the rest of the German heartland, I think we're done. 150 divisions left. 8.9 million cash. I've thrown away millions of lives in these offensives. Yeah, the Frenchmen. There's always more where they came from. Alright, French tanks have taken Berlin. It's almost over. French forces, huzzah, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Finish the job. Alright, time to finish the job in style. On more gorgeous encirclement if we can manage. And then on to the defeat of the Reich. They've done enough. Yeah, that entire section of the line gone. Encircle. Actually, just start pushing now. Oh, come on. Oh, they're back to 179? That's impressive. Like they're impressively quick when it comes to shitting out new divisions. Oh, okay, gotta give it to them. That's Salzburg. Let's see, we get Innsbruck. How much closer? Oh, 32%. There's so much of Germany left to retake, reconquer, liberate, whatever. Alright, that is that pocket. Because this game is a farce, they're actually counterattacking and pushing me back. That was 50 divisions in that central pocket. That railway gun is still there. It is still there. Where do I go? Where do I go? I probably need to like take Vienna, Linz, Regensburg, the whole fucking shebang. Oh, fuck it. My brain's now fully off. Just commit. Commit. I don't give a shit anymore. Battle plan to victory. I don't care how many Frenchmen this costs. There goes Germany. All right, adjust the front line. And now we kill the Axis puppets and call it a day. Who's left? Greater Hungary. Not so greater by the time I'm done with you. I'm heading to Budapest now. Turkey joins the Allies. Excellent timing. Excellent timing, Izmit. It's done. It is done. And there's only one way out of this. We balkanize everything. And that concludes our peace deal. And I think we've made the world a better place. So the Horn of Africa is now French. Much of Africa is French. I've decided to implement the natural borders of France. Therefore, Moselland and Rhineland will be French territory. And Germany will not be bothering us again, considering there is no longer a Germany to bother us. We have completely Balkanized the region. I've not bothered with the Balkan. That is its own mess. That's a lie. Actually, I did puppet Bulgaria. I've carved up Germany into its many different component parts, each more pathetic than the last. While I was at it, I've decided to put Benesh in charge of my French Czechoslovakia. We've got French Austria and a little bit of everything. I think I've stolen a little bit of a navy, what was left. A lot of destroyers. The Italian navy is quite robust still. And the pitiful remains of the German fleet. With that, we have bested our enemies, and I'm just gonna sail over to Japan and end things there, because I'm just done. Let's just get all of our ships, all of our everything over there, and we'll have a great day. What a sight for sore eyes. The great liberation comes. Oh yes, VE Day is not nigh. If only Japanese high command could see this tide flowing through. It'd be a shame if like a tanker got stuck in the Suez now. The Houthis closed the Bab el-Mandeb. Anyway, oh, Hong Kong's gone. Let's just get this done. Get troops over there, prepare naval invasion, hop where hopping needs to be done, and then just kill Japan. Also, funny thing, that railway gun that was bothering me the entire run, we caught it. Doha is ours, and I'm shipping her right off to Japan. Well, we've landed in Japan. Now it's just a matter of pushing our way north as quickly as we can, get these guys out of our hair. A little embarrassed to show you this, but the Soviet Union has started the war by... What was it again? Oh yeah, they attacked Greece, as they always do. Therefore, the Allies have rushed in to help them, except for, moi. Now, this does not seem like France's problem. So France has wisely decided to pretend to not have noticed Stalin's move. So we're going to casually mop up the Japanese, and we're then going to casually declare victory and turn the game off. Anyway, once you land in Japan, it is essentially game over. They still don't know how to defend the home islands. I hope one day they get an update like Britain got, where it suddenly became vaguely competent at defending itself. So if that could be done for Japan, I would welcome it a whole... Oh, they had weapons of mass destruction. How about that? Because this was anticipated to be the bloodiest campaign of the war, but in-game it's a joke. It really is just a joke. Anyway, confirm and exit. We've got our stuff back. A nice Thai puppet. I have liberated the... Ooh, they had no destroyers left. Oh, that was still a pretty big fleet, though. Anyway, I've liberated the Japanese fleet. I'm going to be very kind, nice, and wise and send the men back home. But I'm not actually going to partake in this war. I'm going to call it done here. I have lost millions of Frenchmen because I just turned my brain off and wanted it to end. But this was rough. This was hard. Germany is a tough nut to crack. Mad props to German AI for keeping me busy that long. Holy cow, that was that was a rough one. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I apologize for inflicting France upon the world, but it had to be done. And if you feel like picking up any of these units yourself, if you think, you know, I want to give this a try, I want to play this on the tabletop, I have a store, supplydrop.be, where you can pick up your bolt action, your conflict 47, and your hobby tools if you like. If you don't, hey, not your dad, but you know, give it a try. I got a link down there, supplydrop.be. See you in the next one. Goodbye.